Hi everybody, my name is Kurt and I'm an inventor. A friend of mine, her name is Rita, asked me to talk a little bit today about inventing and the process of inventing and how you come up with inventions. And so I want to do just that. I came up with a new invention for a hot dog stick. And how you invent is you define a problem. Well, I found a lot of problems with the good old-fashioned hot dog stick. You've seen them before. They look like this. And you put them in the fire, you put a hot dog on one, put it in the fire, and you cook it. Well, as the problem is, you kind of always just cook the front half and not the back half. Well, we all went up to our cabin. Our cabin looks like this. And we were sitting around this great big fire, about 14, 15 people a couple of years ago. And they all started to cook hot dogs. And I started watching them, and they all started complaining about the same thing, that their hot dogs were getting cooked just halfway. You guys have probably all run into this. They all ended up looking kind of like that. They get the front end cooked and the back end was raw. And I looked at that as a problem. And then they started to cook marshmallows for s'mores. You know, good old-fashioned marshmallow. They started to cook those and they run into more problems with the good old-fashioned marshmallow stick. You know how you would take that and you'd stick the marshmallow on it and cook it in there and get it going, and probably ended up, most of you at one time or another, looking like this, right? Almost everybody's been in that situation. This guy right here in this picture, he's pretty depressed. He's not having much fun with his marshmallow. So everybody was having that same problem with these types of cookers. Here's a different one. You kind of put it on there like this, and you can spin it. So lots of people try to figure out how to cook a hot dog or a marshmallow, but they always ended up with the same problem, and that was a burnt, half-done marshmallow or hot dog. And so that was the problem that I saw with the hot dog sticks, and that was also the problem that I fixed. And that was my invention, was I reinvented the hot dog stick. And with that, I discovered or figured out a way to cook lots of different foods over a campfire using a hot dog stick. And I came up with this prototype right here. Prototype is the first one, a beginning type of a model. And you can see that I used basically a hot dog stick, but I added a fishing reel handle and some bike chain and some sprockets, and I 90-degreed it. I took it, instead of going into the fire like this, I put it across the fire. And it looks something like this when you cook a hot dog now with it. So now you can take your hot dog and spin it however you want over that campfire and totally cook all the way around, not just half of it. So I saw a problem and I attempted to fix it, and I pretty much did. Well, marshmallows were a whole different problem, so I made it so you could change this part out and put on a marshmallow holder. Slide it on, turn it down, take a marshmallow, put him in there, and now you can cook a marshmallow. And you can rotate it all around, all over the place. I'm going to have a video at the end of this that shows you kind of everything you can cook with I call this the new stick because it is so new and different from the old sticks. But I'm going to show you a little video that shows all the different things you can cook with it. And I'm sure you can figure out more when you start to use one too. But anyway, so this is kind of what they look like when you cook on the new stick. Big, brown, juicy, melted marshmallows all the way through. and it makes your s'mores look just like that. So anyway, that's what I did, is I found a problem with a hot dog stick, and I reinvented it. I reconfigured it, made it different, and come up with a different way of using it. This is kind of a strange time for all of us. We're all stuck in our homes and trying to, stay separate from each other out there. I just wanted to give you a little bit of history. You've probably learned now in school about gravity, and I just wanted to let you know that Isaac Newton, you probably know this, he's the one that discovered gravity. Well, he did so while he was in quarantine. He went back to his house. They had a plague back in the 1600s, and he had to go back to his house, and he was there for almost a year in quarantine. And it was while he was there that he basically discovered gravity. So it's a good idea to spend some of this time learning something new, and I hope inventing is something that maybe you will like to try and see if you can figure out a new invention of some sort. Anyway, I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy your marshmallows. Bye-bye.